Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. It's Saturday, August the 5th, 2023. Oh, my word. I didn't even know what to say about that. Time is slipping by. Okay, today it's about 9:30 in the morning, and I am getting ready to do some ingredient slash meal prep, I guess you could say. I think of it as ingredient prep, but that's just the way I look at it. So today I've got out the Ninja Foodi, and I'm gonna see how far I can get with just using this and not using my stovetop. So we'll see how this works. This morning I'm going to boil a dozen eggs. I love doing it in this Ninja. I know, crazy, isn't it? How did Granny get so modern? So I'm going to put a dozen eggs in the Foodi. I've already put in half a cup of water because that's what it takes. So I'm going to do a dozen. Now, I'm a single person and living by myself. You might think, well, a dozen eggs, that's a lot for one person, but, well, not really. This enables me to make egg salad. I can use it in other ingredients, and I'm going to make some potato salad for this week as well. So I can have boiled egg in the morning if I want to. Isn't that awesome? So a dozen, you may think, oh, that's a lot. Well, not necessarily. So, okay. I've got my pressure lid here. Try to follow the instrucciones here. Okay. So I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to pressure cook, and it tells me that the directions tell me that I need to do this for 4 minutes. So off we go, and we'll get these eggs done, and then we'll go on to the next thing. Okie doke. There's no need to use the Ninja for what I'm going to do here. I have a partial jar of hamburger ground beef with onion that I canned last month. Well, June, actually, see? And I've got a partial quart of pinto beans. These pinto beans are seasoned with taco seasoning, and so I'm going to use that up. I canned this last year. I like to take pinto beans and can them seasoned. They're great to make refried beans out of and all kinds of things. And I used part of this jar to make a taco filling because I made a nice big taco salad last week, and it was delicious. So I use that for this. If you're a canner and you've never done canned meat before and never canned ground beef, I highly recommend it. Very, very handy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to combine these together and cook them down so that they're really nice and thick. And put them in the fridge for later use. All right, I've got my hamburger mixture in there. And I'm going to add in my beans. I used some of these already, so when I heated them up, I smashed them a bit. Normally these would be whole, but they are not. So, there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more seasoning to this. Probably some chili powder, and then I'm just going to let it cook down until it's thick or thicker. And I can use this for a lot of things. I can use it, I'm going to use some of it to stuff the peppers, but I'm also going to use some of it for a burrito or taco filling or whatever I want. Whatever I want. Sky's the limit. Okay, we'll be back. The eggs are done. awesome. There you go. And I'm going to take these out and put them in a container, and then these will just go directly in the refrigerator. Okay, I have put my leftover rotisserie chicken containers in service for the eggs. So I'm going to let these cool down a bit before I put them in the refrigerator, and we're good to go. Isn't that awesome? Okay, the next thing I'm putting in the Ninja is the rice. I've got 2 cups of long grain white rice, and according to the instructions in the manual or the book, I need 2 cups of water to go along with this, so that's what I have there. And I've got, it's supposed to be pressurized for 22 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. I've never cooked just rice in here, so we'll see how this goes. All right, I'm going to turn it on, do pressure, 22 minutes. Awesome. We're off to the races. Okay, the rice is cooking. I've got, I'm listing the 8 of my rotisserie chicken container, and that's what I'm going to put the rice in when it's done. Now, here I have a jar of russet potatoes that I canned, 2022. I'm going to make some potato salad. I don't have any lettuce or anything like that, and I'm not going to do a shop until probably after Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday, but probably after Wednesday. I am going to make some potato salad out of my home canned russet potatoes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drain them and put them in the dish here, and I'm going to pop them in the fridge, let them get cold, and then I will make some potato salad after my eggs cool off. Here is the chili mixture that I've got going here. It has cooked down some, but just to let you know, I put in some xanthan gum to kind of help thicken it up a little bit and cut down on the cooking time. And xanthan gum is I use it quite a bit instead of cornstarch sometimes because it does do the thickening. It takes a very small amount. This was thickened up with a half of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. You should look it up. I mean, if you're interested in it, look it up. Xanthan gum is just something good to have in your cupboard, just in case. All right, I'm going to continue on. It is 10:10 in the morning, and I think I'm doing pretty good. All right, I drained the potatoes. I sprinkled some dehydrated onion over the top, and I don't usually put celery in my potato salad, but this is the jar of dehydrated little spindly ends of celery and the celery leaves that I was telling you about in a previous video. I dehydrate those because they are small and spindly, and they tend to go bad. That's the first part of the large, the celery that goes bad. If you don't use your celery right away. So I always trim those off and I dehydrate those. That way I've always got dehydrated celery in my cupboard, and I use that instead of like celery salt. I don't buy that. I just do this. So if you have a way to dehydrate, use that. The reason I put these in there is so that they will rehydrate while my potatoes are in the refrigerator, and it's just handy that way. I have the celery, the dehydrated celery, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put it in and add some flavor to my potato salad. All right, my chili, my pinto beans and hamburger mixture is done. It's nice and thick. I washed up one of the jars that the burger meat came in, and I'm going to just fill up the jar with this, and then I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'll pop it in the refrigerator. Okie doke, the rice is done. I turned the Ninja off. Now the instructions said once it's done to let the pressure release naturally for 10 minutes and then do a manual release, which is what I've done here. So we're just waiting for the little button to go down. Got my, I'm enlisting my my rotisserie chicken container again, and I'm going to put the rice in that. Now, keep in mind, it's the first time I've cooked rice in here, so let's see what happens. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. That was pretty perfect. Hang on, I'm going to grab a fork. Okay. Oh, this is great. Great, great, great. It's a little sticky. It's a little stiff. I don't care. I'm good with it. Let me see how done it is. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, I'm going to fill up this container. Okay, here we go. Now, I do not, if this is good, I don't like it as well as when I do the rice on the stovetop. Now, here's the thing. The instructions said it's 1 cup of water per 1 cup of rice. When I make rice in my pan on the stove, I use 2 to 1. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. I like the way that turns out. So next time I do it in the Ninja Foodi, I will do it the same as I do on the stove. I will do 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water, so 2 to 1. Now, and we'll see how that turns out. But I will follow the instructions as it says in the book, except that I will just add more water. But this is great. I'll have rice for the week. I have rice for my little doggy, and so we're good to go. Okie doke. Now, I'm going to put together this potato salad. This is not the traditional potato salad that I have made for my family for years. I learned to make the potato salad from their paternal grandmother, excuse me, and she made the best potato salad in the world. Even though I've been trying to emulate her potato salad for years, nothing compares to hers. That's just the way it is. She made the best. And so I'm just putting this potato salad together to have a nice salad, nice potato salad to eat through the week. It's not by any means what I would normally make for my family. That is rather unique. So, all right. Now, I've got my eggs. These are starting to rehydrate. They'll rehydrate more when I put the mayonnaise in. Now, I know this is going to seem weird, but that's what we're going to do. I like my potato salad ingredients to be very small. If I were making it my traditional way, I would dice everything extremely small. I usually do equal amounts of eggs and potatoes, or pretty close to it, because I like a lot of eggs in the potato salad. But here we got 4 eggs out of the dozen that I cooked, and I've got the jar of home canned russet potatoes. I've got the dehydrated onion and the dehydrated celery. So I'm going to use my pastry blender and I'm going to chop it up. Okay, I've got my potatoes and eggs mashed up. You can also use a potato masher if you would prefer. A lot of people don't have a pastry blender, and depending on how firm your ingredients are, you might need a potato masher anyway. But anyway, this is what I like for it to look like, and keep in mind I'm using canned potatoes for this. So I've got my my mayonnaise in there. I just started out with this amount. I haven't seasoned anything. I did put some more dehydrated onion in there because I like my potato salad kind of oniony. Now, you make your potato salad any way you like. I don't put mustard in my potato salad. I don't care for that, even though I was raised with that. So, no mustard. If you like it, put it in. There are different kinds of potato salad. There's like a yellow mustard potato salad. I see in the delis they have deviled egg potato salad. Although I'm not sure. I mean, if you put eggs in it, I don't know. Whatever they want to call it is fine. Now, I'm going to make sure this is all mixed up. Now, this is how I season my potato salad. I mix up all my mayonnaise. Then I sprinkle salt over the top. Just like that. Sprinkle pepper over the top. I did taste it to see if it was moist enough for the mayonnaise. If I had enough mayonnaise in there to make it moist. And then I sprinkle sugar over the top, just a thin sprinkling over the top. Now I've got my white vinegar here. And I just sprinkle white vinegar over the top. Just like that. And then I mix it all in. Then I taste it for seasoning. And that's it. Well, remember, this is not the traditional way I make potato salad. I'm just making this to give me some potato salad this week to enjoy. After all, it is summer. Now then, I've got some chicken quarters thawing out, which I'm going to put in the Ninja later. I'll show you that when they're done. But they're really too frozen right now. I can put them in when they're partially frozen, but it's like one big block. And honestly, it's 10 pounds of chicken quarters that I bought a few weeks ago for 49 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. So I'll use those up. Let me taste this. Taste it, keeping in mind those onions and celery not quite rehydrated. See, the onions are somewhat crunchy. I think it needs some more salt. Back in the day, they used to sprinkle paprika on top of the potato salad. All kinds of salads back in the 50s, they would put paprika on it. Those housewives, those women were paprika crazy. My mom used to sprinkle it on the deviled eggs. I guess they thought it made it look pretty. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of, speaking of pretty and sprinkle, I'll put some parsley in there. Crazy granny. All right. There, that's a little more loose too. Now there's more vinegar in there. I think I'm going to do a little more vinegar. You know what? Anytime you make something, it's a process. It's just the way it is. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm satisfied with that. It's not perfection, but okay, what is? And honestly, using my home canned potatoes, they're good. So, it makes a good impromptu potato salad, but you don't have to do all the work with it. All right, when I get the chicken quarters done in the pressure cooker, I'll show you what those look like, and then I'm going to be done. Okay, I've got the 10 pounds of chicken quarters thawed out enough. Well, not really thawed out enough. Thawed out enough so that I was able to break them apart. Now, this is about 5 or 6 pounds of the initial 10 pounds. When these are done, then I will put the rest in. There's no way I can fit 10 pounds of chicken in this Ninja, but that's okay. I'm happy with the way things are. I have not seasoned these. These are going to be shared with my little dog and the kitty cats, and of course moi. So I'm gonna put this on there now. I'm gonna follow the instructions, and because these are frozen, I'm gonna put them on 60 minutes. Okay, and then we'll see what we've got. Oh, also I put in 2 cups of water in this. So, because if you're going to do pressure canning, or pressure cooking, you have to have water. And I have to make sure that the little valve is locked up. So, there we go. Awesome. When these are done, I'll come back and I will show you what we have. Okay, the first batch of chicken quarters is done. So those look pretty good. I know they're done because they're split. Yes, they are. So I've got my container here ready to go. I'm going to take them out, and then I'm going to put in the rest of the chicken quarters. Remember, I had 10 pounds package that were mostly frozen, and I had purchased them a few weeks ago from Hy-Vee for 49 cents a pound. So I'm cooking them up, and they're going to give many meals to myself and to the little critters that I'm in charge of. So, all right, listen. I think you've probably seen enough of my antics this morning. The reason I've shared this with you is because I want you, number one, I hope it helps you. In that, I want you to stop and think a minute. What can you do with the resources you have? We all have different resources. We all have different incomes. We're different ages. We have different sized families. Some of us are by ourselves on our own and live alone, and some of us have very large families. I raised 4 kids. I know what that is. So I just wanted to show you that there are possibilities for everyone to work within the parameters that you have. These are the parameters I have. This is the skill set that I have. This is the equipment that I have. And am I going to use convenience appliances? You're darn tootin'. If I have them, I'm going to make use of them. Yes, I am. Do I have skills to do things in another way or the old-fashioned way? I do. And those skills will always hold you in good stead. If you have them or you need to obtain them, ask someone to show you if you don't know. Somebody is willing to help you. There are those of us who still exist who know how to do things, you know. We know how to do stuff, and we're willing. So, I've gotten that all done. I've got the other half of the chicken to put in, and that's the beauty of the Ninja Foodi, not sponsored. It was a gift from my son and daughter-in-law. I don't have sponsors. I'm not likely to get sponsors. They're not lining up to say, hey, old lady, you want to try our product and we'll pay you? No, 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 they're not. Good on you if you do. I don't. Not likely to, really. I don't solicit those things. But while I was doing this, the foodie enables me to have some time to do other things because I do not have to stick around the kitchen so much and babysit this appliance. So I did get a lot of things done, as you know, and I even was able to trim my hair. Yes, I trim my own hair. Hey, it saves money. I trim my own hair. I was able to do that, get ready for the day, and I went outside and checked on my crops. Last night I harvested a squash, and this morning I did get one ripe black creme tomato, which I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for anything that I get. It's awesome. So I'm going to remove this chicken from the Ninja. I'm going to put it in the container that I have for that. I'm going to let it cool. I'm going to leave the broth in there, and I'm going to put the other chicken that's left, which is about, I'm going to guesstimate 4 pounds. I'm going to put it in there, cook it up, and I'm going to have it and be ready to go. So, and I know that the kitty cats and my little doggy do will be so grateful because they love me. They love me. As long as I keep that food rolling in, they love me. Okay, that's it for me today. I love you guys. You know I do. Thank you so much. And just, you know what? You can do this. Just go for it. Go for it. We don't want to throw our money in the garbage. We don't want to spend it and then throw it away. No, we don't. We want to utilize everything that we have because everything we have is a blessing. Okay? All right. I love you guys. If I can do it, you can do it. And as always, you know that little is much when God is in it. True. That's true. It really is. Okay. I will see you next time. And until then, bye-bye.